It's fall time in Michigan, and there's no more opportune time to go for a unicycle ride than this time of year. I saw Grand Rapids Bike Park had made some new jumps on their trail, so I thought I'd check them out. But first, I had to find them.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
It looks like these are the jumps, which are pretty disappointing. Not because they're poorly made, at all, but because they don't look too unicycle friendly. Jumping kickers, booters, or any other lipped jump is not too efficient on a unicycle, mostly because of speed. There are no gears on a unicycle like on a bike, so you're limited to the amount of speed you can generate. It's only as fast as you can get going on your single gear. You can decrease the length of your crank to make it easier, but it's still not going to match what a bike can do. Second, you have to maintain that speed through the jump. The speed you built before the jump has to be maintained since you can't coast. And keeping the speed through an incline is pretty hard, so right where you want to keep up your speed is the exact spot where a lot of your speed is hard to maintain. Speaking of coasting, on a bike you can build speed before the jump and then stop pedaling to set up, meaning you can go from a body position that's helpful for building speed and pedaling to a position that's better for jumping and bracing, well before you need to do it, mostly to prepare for the jump. On a unicycle, you have to be pedaling up until the exact moment you jump, otherwise you fall or you lose speed. And you also probably have to measure out your pedals so your crank is horizontal when you're at the tippity top of the jump to be in the most advantageous position to jump. On a bike, you can just wing it. I was having a hard time making the gap even after jumping off the unicycle. This is why drops are much more doable on a unicycle, since there isn't a requirement to be launched up in the air to make the gap. You just drop. That's why they're called drops. Bike jumps are built to be hit with speed, but bike drops are typically built for much less speed since you really can't see the landing when approaching the drop, and it's safer to be built with less speed so you have an opportunity to react. This isn't to say jumps are not doable on unicycles, because they very much are, but they are much more challenging and require a lot more commitment than any other feature, especially ones that aren't drops or step downs. You can tell I didn't make any successful jumps on this trip, but maybe one day I'll come back and try it again. As for now, it was just nice to enjoy the ride on such a nice day. Thanks for watching, and let me know your tips for jumping with unicycles in the comments, and consider subscribing if you want more unicycle content. Thanks and good luck.
One wheel, man.
Well, I was gonna say no suspension.